Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope all of you are having a good morning because it is absolutely insane out there. We have a list of events taking place. I took notes, I have been meditating on them. I have been doing everything I can to sort of collect information from anyone in the community and what's really happening to a lot of people physically. So I could give all of you a heads up about what may be going on with you, what you might be currently feeling, and what it's related to, and more so what you can do to just take a breath and relax about it. So we are going to get rolling here off the bat, because I never like to keep you guys too long. So first, hearing a lot of information. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see everybody. It's been a long past few days. It's been a long month, I would say, and it's going to keep rolling. So right now we have a moderate level CME that fired up over last night. It ended up being extremely intense in comparison to what was projected. I'm not surprised if you were in the Astrolo class. I always say this, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record. I'm so sorry. But if you're in that class, you knew that this time period was going to cause a lot of different energy to fire up that wasn't even calculated into it. We knew we were going to be going through a full moon. We knew we were going to have this lunar eclipse. We knew we were, good morning, Evelyn. Good morning, good morning. We knew we were going to be dealing with a lot of these things in general. And then on top of it, when that happens, we know that the sun's going to start firing, that the Schumann resonance is going to start going up there, and all sorts of things are going to get wonky. So we're not surprised. But a lot of people have been reporting since this CME kicked up a lot of headaches. I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. Also, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sadness, and a lot of stomach discomfort is coming up as reports of this energy coming in. So right now we have that CME, it's building, and then we have an eclipse coming up the evening of the 18th through the 19th. So a lunar eclipse, which is going to be the largest eclipse that we are receiving or that we've had on the moon in a century. That's coming up in just a couple days. Rule of thumb about an eclipse, you're going to feel the energy about 2 days before. It's going to extend the day of course, and then about 2 days after. So you have about a 5-day window of a huge influx of energy. What they generally mean is that you're going to have a higher ability to tap into your own intuition. Being that it's in the moon and not the sun, there's going to be a lot of intuitive energy coming in, because remember, that moon is the flow of our emotions. That moon controls a lot of our intuition. So if we're able to harness this appropriately, we're going to really be able to pull a lot of great energy through. So keep that in mind as we move forward with the checklist here. We also have the Leonids meteor shower peaking. So that's going to take the amplified energy from the eclipse. It's going to definitely throw it into overdrive, and it's going to cause a lot of shakeup, which many of us are already feeling. The good thing about anything when it comes to those massive meteor showers that can come in with all this energy attached to it, it's just going to allow us to clear more. It's going to allow us to center more. And we're going to go through some techniques on how to make that a little bit easier in just a minute here. We also have that full moon, which is going to be in Taurus, which is coming up on the 19th. So we've got like everything all at once. It's sort of like if there was something else that could be thrown in the mix here, I'm not sure that any of us could really handle anymore. As I had said, though, a lot of people are coming in saying they have some headaches. They have a lot of nausea going on. The reason for that is because a lot of this is in our crown center. Now, if you're familiar with the way energy flows and you're familiar with what it's related to, when it comes to first Leo, that's the crown. The sun additionally is the crown. So both of those two events are going to be affecting this center, which is why a lot of us are getting some headaches or almost like the stuffiness going on in that center of our energy field. We have great ways to move that through, though. A lot of us in our community have been doing them. So give me just 1 second, because I also want to move through some of the stomach ailments that are going on. So we also have a lot of, number one, heavy heart things going on, like anxiety and stuff like that. And the anxiety is kind of triggering almost like this nausea or this tightness in our stomach. So let's be aware of why this moon coming in, and those of you in the astrology class, you know that the moon coming in is going to be in Taurus, which is this heart. And it's going to be the side of the heart where sad things have occurred that have caused setbacks for us emotionally. So a lot of that is going to bring up some old hurt, which is going to boil up in the center, which a lot of us are feeling. So all of that is normal. And that is a really great thing. Those of you who are on this channel, you understand these things are happening for a reason, and it isn't because you're being tortured. So what do you do with it? I'm going to show you two separate things, one that everyone can do and one that those of you who have the Astralo gift bag for this month, you have your hands on, which has been like a lifesaver for me. So one thing that we're going to utilize during this period is a really important mudra. I'm actually going to be releasing a video within the next day or so that talks about meridian lines, just to familiarize everybody with why a mudra would work. I get that question a lot, and it's important to know because it's important to always educate yourself. Don't just follow what someone's saying. Know why, know how come it works so that you can help other people, because the more you understand it, the more you can share it, the more there'll be that feeling that you're able to project about having the knowledge. And that's really how you help someone else. And that's why I do that all the time in this channel. You guys have to know why. You don't just know what, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, so an excellent way to harness all the energy from your meridians for this particular cycle, as well as calm things and allow them to move them through, is the Lotus Mudra, which is taking your hands and sort of putting them together like a lotus flower. The reason why, and I usually take this and only use it for the crown, but because we've got so much energy coming in the crown, this has been massively helpful for people to center that out. Now, normally people will sort of move this up to be in the middle of their head or something of that nature. I am setting it towards that heart center point. So you've got two things at play here. You've got all that energy moving through the crown, which is going to be the sun, the Leonid's meteor shower, and then you also have it harnessed and placed right at the location where that moon and that lunar energy is going to be coming through with the eclipse. So by taking this and placing it in this location, you're redirecting all of the flow of energy in all of the different meridian lines in your body to know exactly where to pull the energy in and open up. So that is how we really, really harness that in. So take a second with me to kind of place your hands right in that heart center. And then just close your eyes and breathe. And when you take a breath from the chest. Don't take a breath from your lower abdomen. I know a lot of practices are really big on saying that you should avoid breathing from the chest, but we're finding in a lot of different studies, even the ancients would utilize pumping this area to clear energy. So that information is just a tad bit antiquated right now. So by placing this here and just breathing in and out, you're actually opening up that field and allowing it to move through. And it's like, oh my goodness, it's exhausting right now. So just even with your eyes open, sitting there and just placing your hands there and just allowing that to flow through, just absolutely amazing, really centers things out. Okay, secondarily, what's been working so well for people is the iron pyrite stone that was in your Astralo gift bag for this month. I've been having a lot of people talk about if they can gift that bag to someone. And I actually just opened up a site for people to just buy the bags so that they can gift it to someone that they know, especially for the holiday. How amazing, like a gift that keeps on giving. I was like, what a great idea. How do we make this possible? So I will put a link to that. But in those bags, you get everything you need for the month. This was what was chosen for this particular time period right now during this month. To place this in your hands in that Lotus Mudra is unbelievable. Like even when I sit and do this, I start to get really dizzy and I breathe to pull the energy through. That is huge right now, to utilize all the different things that we have to keep ourselves balanced, centered, so that we can lead and guide. So Evelyn, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you got that warm spot. Exactly. So that energy that's moving through when you utilize that hand technique, a lot of people get some warmth just hearing that, okay, you've got to allow this to move through right now. You'll almost get a warm sensation as that moves up where your meridian points extend from, and that is your spinal cord. So that's what you're feeling, which is really cool. JR, yes, this stone, 4 days. I've been living with this stone. At one point, I was like, this is just not even okay. I couldn't even get in the car without holding on to it. And it's such a beautiful energy to just pull down everything we need right now and really put us in a situation where we can be nice and calm so that we can lead other people that are feeling this. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Hello for Norway. Yes, you could feel the pain in the back too, like I just covered with Evelyn. What you're actually feeling is the location in your spine in which the energy is sort of compiling and getting stuck. So you have a center channel down your entire spine. Some ancients have called it the Shushumi channel. It's your flow of energy. It's where your Kundalini rises from. It just depends on which belief system that you subscribe to, but they all have different language for it. So that center channel of your spine where all of your nerve endings connect is such a pivotal point. So if there's any areas where there's blocked energy, pain, heat, cold, all of those things would be resulting. And with what's moving through us right now and how intense it is from all the way up to that crown chakra and just really bringing out a lot of this hard stuff, a lot of that is going to be stuck in that center right there in the spine, which is why we utilize a mudra, because the mudra is going to tap into the meridian points. It's going to filter back in the ancient information, remind ourselves of what their job is and how we clear this, and allow it to flow through. Again, I have a video that's coming out on mudras because everybody's like, what the is a mudra? So I actually, in the thumbnail, made it WTF is a mudra. Because I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to put it out there because people ask these questions and they're so great to ask. And it's great to have or be able to explain them in a term that anyone can understand. Because sometimes you look at some of these videos and it's like you have to be a scholar to understand what a mudra is by the time you're done. It is not that difficult. It is relatively simple. So I will be releasing that video within the next day or so. It is almost ready. It's got a little bit more editing to do. But anywho, so yes, been in love with this stone. Okay, so if you guys don't have any other questions, I do not want to keep you. Oh my gosh, Evelyn, you're in Vermont. Oh my goodness, I hope you're staying warm. I don't want to keep you guys. I never like to keep you past that 10-minute marker, so I'm already going into that 12-minute marker. But if there's anything I can do to help you guys, we've got a window of about the next 5 days here. We're breathing, centering, using your mudra, and reminding yourself that you are here to lead. That is what this community is about. You're not here to be afraid. You are not here to buy into some of these things that your body is doing and think it's only physical. You're here to understand the connection between the mind, body, and spirit so that you can be a part of shifting and changing all of this for so many. Oh no, you've got snow. Oh my goodness. I imagine it's probably gorgeous. It's a great time to meditate too. Beautiful outside for everybody or inside, depending on where you live. Okay, so I'm here if you guys need anything. Please comment in the notes and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for taking the time out to grow with me and with all of us in the community. Your input and your energy is so important to all of us that I am so grateful to have you guys. And I'll take you up on that, Evelyn. All right, guys. You enjoy it. Christy, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget, everybody, to hit subscribe. I'm here for you guys. We're a community. We're all together, and we've got this. I love you guys to pieces. Breathe the next few days. We can do it.